Welcome friends. So today we'll continue our discussion on two-hinge arch. In last class we saw how we can calculate the support reaction of two-hinge arch for a point load which is acting at a distance A from say left support. So say there is a point load and which is acting at a distance A from left support, then the support reaction we calculated. No doubt this vertical reaction we can calculate using conditions of equilibrium, but to calculate this horizontal reaction, which is like a redundant force that we consider, and we use like a second theorem of Claus-Steglino to calculate this horizontal reaction. So we calculated horizontal reaction H is equal to 5 by 8 W by H L cube in bracket A L minus A in other bracket L square plus LA minus A square. So this is how we can calculate the value of H. Since this is indeterminate structure, we have to use additional condition over the equilibrium conditions, and that additional condition what we have used is Claus-Steglino second theorem. So now we'll see how we can use this formula or this equation to solve some more complicated load like a UDL. So now assume that there is a two-hinge arch of span L, and then there is a UDL of intensity W per unit run, and it is acting over a length of A from say A support. Then in that case, how we can use this formula? So what we'll do, instead of considering that whole UDL, we'll consider small length dx of this UDL, small length of like a dx of this UDL, and the load acting on that small length dx, this is infinitesimally small length dx, which is at a distance x from say support A. Then the load acting at that x distance will be equal to W into dx. W is the intensity of this UDL, and the length is small, infinitesimally small length dx at a distance x. So this load will be acting like a point load at a distance x. So intensity of this point load will be W into dx. So now this is if this is the point load, then we already know what will be the horizontal reaction. But since this is like a horizontal thrust reaction, because of very small load acting over infinitesimally small length dx, so whatever the thrust that developed, I am writing it as a dh. So if we integrate that over the length from 0 to A, we'll get the final H. So now we'll write down the equation of point load for load W into dx at a distance x. So in previous problem when we discussed, this point load is acting at a distance A. So that is what I was telling. So here we assume that this load is acting at A. So now instead of A, we are assuming it is acting at a distance x. So it is acting at a distance x now. So if it is acting at a distance x, so the equation becomes dh is equal to 5 by 8 W dx. This is a total intensity of point load divided by H L cube, where H is a rise of two-hinge arch and L is the span of two-hinge arch, into x bracket x minus L in another bracket L square plus Lx minus x square, bracket complete. So this will be the thrust that will develop at the supports due to this infinitesimally small load W into dx. Now if you want total horizontal thrust, then we have to integrate this small dh. So if you integrate this small dh over a length of 0 to A, since x is varying from 0 to A, so we'll get the total horizontal reaction H. So total horizontal reaction H is equal to integration 0 to A dh into dx. We'll substitute now this dh here in this equation. So if we substitute a dh, what we'll get is integration of 0 to A 5 by 8 W dx H L cube x in bracket L minus x, in another bracket L square plus Lx minus x square, bracket complete. So we'll take our constant outside and then we'll integrate it. So if you like see, this W is the intensity of UDL, that is constant, so it can come out of the integration. Then 5/8 can come out of the integration. H and L, that is height, rise and span of the given arch, that is constant, so they'll also come out of the integration. So like we have taken them out, and then this is the like integrand we have. So we have to integrate with respect to dx. So no doubt you expand this, and this if you expand, then what we'll get is L cube x minus 2 x cube L plus x raised to 4 dx. So if you integrate this, then what we'll get is L cube, since here it is x, so after integration it becomes x square by 2, here x cube, so after integration it becomes x raised to 4 by 4, and here it is x raised to 4, so it will become x raised to 5 by 5, and limit is 0 to a. So we'll substitute the limit, since there is like if you substitute 0, then whole this bracket will become 0, so there will be only value due to a. So we'll substitute x equal to a now. So this is L cube into a square by 2 minus 2 a raised to 4 by 4 plus a raised to 5 by 5. So if you take LCM and if you simplify, then what we'll get is h is equal to w a square by 16 h L cube in bracket 5 L cube minus 5 L a square plus 2 a cube. Right? This is the equation that we get for horizontal reaction if there is a UDL of intensity W which is acting from say A to up to A distance from support, or A support, or say left support. Like we'll consider some special case. If say this UDL is acting all over the length, then in that case will be equal to L. So that is, if UDL is acting all over the span, then like you simply substitute A equal to AL now. So if you substitute that, then here 5 into L raised to 3 minus like 5 L into L square plus 2 into L cube. So like this all will have L cube term, and here at the denominator we have L cube, so that will get cancelled, and if you simplify, then H will be equal to W L square by 8h. So this is the equation that we get for like if UDL is acting all over the span. So this is the equation. Now we'll solve some numerical based upon these two equations that we have derived, one for the point load and second for the UDL. Okay, so like say this is numerical, say numerical number 1. So like a 2-hinge parabolic arch of span 40 meter and rise 8 meter carries a point load of 80 kilonewton at a distance of 10 meter from left support. Then find the horizontal thrust at each support. Also find the maximum bending moment diagram and plot BMD. So this is what like it is as. So point load is acting at a distance 10 meter from left support, and say the span of whole like arch is 40 meter and the rise is 8 meter. So simply we'll directly use the equation to get the support reaction, and then we'll calculate bending moment calculation. So like we'll use first equilibrium condition, that is summation Fx equal to 0. So from that, since there is no horizontal force and these two forces are acting in opposite direction, what we'll get is HA equal to HB, and I'm writing that is equal to H. So we already know the equation for this H now. Then if you use second condition, summation Fy equal to 0, then what we'll get is Va plus Vb, that is upward forces, should be equal to downward force, which is 80 kilonewton. So this is like 80 kilonewton downward force. So next like we'll use third condition, that is moment about A point is equal to 0, summation of moment about A point is equal to 0. So what we'll get is like Vb is equal to 40 into 10. So we are taking moment here, so like moment due to this ZT will be, say it is like a clockwise moment, and moment due to this Vb will be anti-clockwise. So clockwise moment should be equal to anti-clockwise moment, and definitely there won't be moment due to these two horizontal forces, since the line of action is passing from A point. So like 80 multiplied by 10 by 40 is equal to 20 kilonewton upward. Therefore VA will be like 60 and VB will be 20. So like in other, if you understand, if there is no horizontal force, then this two reaction we can calculate just using conditions of equilibrium, or it is like a calculating beam reaction. So the problem is exactly similar to the beam problem. So if there is a point load, say there is a like a beam of length 40 meter and point load is acting at 10 meter from the say like A support, then the reaction will be same as what we calculated here. So then you can say that this is also like a beam reaction. So once you calculate that beam reaction, we have to calculate horizontal force. So horizontal force we know how to calculate. H equal to, or this is the equation that like we already derived, and in exam you have to remember this equation. Either you'll if you get a numerical, then directly you can use this equation, or like if it is asked to derive, then you have to derive this equation. So now horizontal force due to point load is or horizontal thrust at support due to point load is 5 by 8 W H L cube A in bracket L minus A in another bracket L square plus L A minus A square, bracket complete. So here W is the point load, H is the rise, L is the span, A is the distance of the point load from A support. So now we'll substitute the value. So 5 by 8 load intensity is like 80 kilonewton, rise is 8 meter, span is 40 meter, then A again 10 meter. So then we'll substitute all the value and easily we can calculate H is equal to 55.664 kilonewton. So this is the horizontal force that we got. Now we calculated all the reaction. We know vertical reaction VA, we know vertical reaction VB. Now we also know the horizontal force. So now easily we can plot the bending moment diagram. So like in 3-hinge arch we already discussed like how to calculate bending moment diagram for arch structure. So typically a bending moment diagram for arch structure is equal to beam bending moment minus bending moment due to horizontal thrust. So this is like a standard way, like beam bending moment means it is bending moment due to vertical forces, and this is bending moment due to horizontal thrust or horizontal forces. So bending moment now if you see this part, then this will follow typically variation like how the bending moment diagram of beam varies. If it is a point load, then we know that the bending moment between 2 points varies by a straight line, but if it is say UDL, then it varies by parabola. So this portion will follow that part, whereas this portion, if you see, this H is constant and it depends on Y, whereas Y is a function of X, and it is like a following the parabolic path. So this is also like a parabola. So then M minus HY, so M is beam moment and H into Y, right? So this is the equation by which we can calculate the bending moment. So we'll calculate the bending moment at some key points. So bending moment at A will be 0 since it is like a simple support, or it is hinge support. Since like here the bending moment will be 0 since it is hinge. Right. So now we'll write down mx equation mx equation for the bending moment from 0 to 10 meter where this point load is acting. So like if you want to calculate bending moment here, then what will be that bending moment at distance x, that we will write. Now what it will be? It will be simply this VA multiplied by x distance and HA multiplied by this y distance. So VA into x minus HA into y. No doubt VA will cause like sagging moment, whereas HA will cause hogging moment. That's how, like VA into x minus HA H into y. So we already know the equation for y. We'll substitute value of V, we'll substitute value of H. We have already calculated now. So now y, this is like a standard equation of parabolic arch. So like y equal to 4h by L square x in bracket x minus a. So like h is 8, then L is 40, then like if you substitute that and if you simplify, then what we'll get is 0.8x minus 0.02x square. So this is like a value of yx. So we'll substitute this yx equation like here, and then we'll further simplify this. So like if you substitute that value of y-axis here, and like if you simplify this, then 60 is like vertical reaction at a x distance minus this horizontal thrust 55.664 in bracket, this is y. So if you simplify this, what you'll get is 15.47 x plus 1.11 x square. So this is the equation for bending moment between 0 to 10 meter distance, right? So like up to point load in other way. So this is like a positive bending moment, and the positive bending moment generally it is maximum under the point load. So we'll calculate the value of that maximum positive bending moment later. But another thing what here we can observe is that this term is positive, this term is positive. That means the bending moment between 0 to D point, or say A to D point, or for this distance 0 to 10 meter, it will be positive bending moment since there is no negative term. Now we'll calculate this bending moment or mx equation for 10 meter to 40 meter remaining distance. So like here we can calculate it from, say, right to left. We can calculate it from right to left. So now we are here and we want to calculate this bending moment equation, right? So this distance is like, say, x distance, right? So here the bending moment will be equal to this VB multiplied by x distance, and then this HA multiplied by this height. Or as such, this like we are measuring x from, like, say, with respect to A point, so then in that case this will be L minus x distance, right? And then height, anyway, we can calculate simply substituting x equal to this x, right? So now VB, like we are calculating bending moment at x distance from 10 to 14 meter span. So VB into L minus x, that is distance from B point or B support, and this is like VB, this will be sagging moment, and then the horizontal thrust moment will be H into, or HB into YX. So so HB into YX, right? So or HB is again equal to H, so we'll substitute that value. So VB we already calculated, it is 40, L is like, sorry, VB is for 20, L is 40, minus X minus H we already calculated 55.664 into YX. So YX also we already calculated here, right? So same equation of the YX is valid for 0 to L distance of X. So we'll substitute same x, and if you simplify this term after substituting yx, what we'll get is 1.11 x square minus 64.5312x plus 800. So here there are minus terms also, so we need to check that like whether it is positive or negative at different location. So now like we'll calculate the positive maximum bending moment. So as I told you that like this is generally maximum under the point load. So point load is acting at 10 meters, so maximum positive bending moment will be 15.47 x plus 1.11 x square. So this is the equation that we have derived for x equal to equal or greater than 0 and less than or equal to 10 meters. So using both equation as such, you can calculate the value of this maximum bending moment under the point load, right? So if you substitute x equal to 10, then what we'll get is 265.7 kilonewton meter. Now the maximum negative bending moment between CB span, that is between the 10 to 14 meter distance, right? So this we don't know exactly where it will be. So what we have to do, we have to write down the bending moment equation, and then using differentiation we can find out the location. So to have the maximum bending moment, what dm by dx should be equal to 0. So like this is the equation of the bending moment between like 10 to 40 meter distance that we already discussed. Now if you differentiate this equation with respect to x, and if you equate it 0, we'll get the answer where this bending moment is maximum. So this will be maximum negative bending moment. So like here x then comes out to be 29.10 meter from A support. So maximum bending moment will be, like, we will substitute x equal to 29.10 now. So if you substitute that x equal to 29.10 in this mx equation, then what we'll get is minus 137.8, or say this is also equal to minus 137.9 kilonewton meter. So like that's how we can calculate maximum negative bending moment. So after that we'll plot bending moment diagram. So like bending moment at A is 0, at point like say D or 10 meter it is 26.75, and then if you see, this is the bending moment or the beam bending moment, right, which is like typically a triangle. Like we already know that if there is a point load, then bending moment diagram for this beam is like a triangle. So this is that triangle moment is due to beam moment, and this parabola is corresponding to the bending moment due to horizontal thrust. So like we already calculate the this location like at critical location at point say 10 meter. So D it is, so at D it is like 265.7 kilonewton meter. Then maximum negative bending moment is that is at a distance 29.10 meter, or from this end it is like 10.9 meter, and it is equal to 137.9 kilonewton meter. So we also need to find out the point of contra flexure where the bending moment is changing the sign. So since this is like located between 10 to 40, we'll write down mx equation and we'll say that bending moment is 0 there. So if you substitute that, what we'll get is, like, this is typically a quadratic equation. If you solve this quadratic equation, you will get x1 equal to 40 and x2 equal to 17.92. so definitely at x equal to 40 we have 0 bending moment, and this is like another point where we get 0 bending moment is at a distance of 17.92 meter. So that's how you can plot bending moment diagram for arch, right? So now we'll discuss another problem. If there is a UDL acting half span, so like say a 2-hinge parabolic arch of span 20 meter and rise 4 meter carries a UDL of 50 kilonewton meter on the left half of the span. Find the reaction at support, the position and amount of maximum bending moment, plot BMD. So this is what is asked. So again we already know how we can calculate this vertical reaction and horizontal reaction. Once you calculate that, it is simply like a bending moment calculation that we need to do. Now summation if you use the first condition of equilibrium, that is summation moment about A, like we'll take moment about point A, then it is equal to VB multiplied by 40 minus 50, this intensity of say UDL, like we are calculating moment about point A. So first due to this VB, which is equal to VB into 20 which is a span, and now due to this UDL, so the total load of UDL will be 50 into 10, since this half span length will be 10, then multiplied by CG where this UDL will act. So you can assume that it will act at a distance 10 by 2. So and you should equate it to 0. So we'll get VB equal to 125 kilonewton. And then if you use second condition, summation Fy equal to 0, then VA we can calculate 375 kilonewton upward. Now if you use third condition, summation Fx equal to 0, then what we'll get is HA equal to HB equal to H. So next we'll use this equation of horizontal thrust due to UDL, right? So in which this W is indicating intensity of UDL. Here it is 50 kilonewton per meter. H is the rise 4 meter, span L is equal to 20 meter, and A distance up to which the UDL is runs from left support is equal to 10 meter. So if you substitute these values in this equation, then easily we can calculate value of H is equal to 312.5 kilonewton. Now bending moment calculation. Again, bending moment we have to calculate for two cases. One, like mx equation we'll write down from 0 to say 10, and another we will write down from say 10 to 20, since the load is changing in between. So like first we'll write down equation between 0 to 10, but in general, like bending moment at any distance is x is equal to bending moment or beam moment minus h into h moment or h into y x, right? So beam moment, like if we say for 0 to 10, we can calculate it from left to right, and it will be equal to VA into x minus h into y x, right? So like we already know the equation of y, so use like we'll write down that equation 4h by L square x in bracket L minus x, and then this portion as it is, right? So if like again you substitute value of h, you substitute value of L, and if you simplify this, then mx equation becomes 125x minus 25x square, and this is for 0 to 10 meter distance, right? This is for 0 to 10 meter distance. Now okay, now like we'll calculate bending moment. So bending moment at A will be 0, then bending moment at C, C is like crown. Now if you substitute x equal to 10 there, then we get 0. Then this is also like a point of contra flexure. Then to calculate maximum bending moment, since in case of UDL we don't know exactly where the bending moment will be maximum, so we have to use this differentiation condition. So we'll differentiate mx equation and then we'll equate it to 0. So if you differentiate mx equation and if you equate it to 0, then x equal to 5, that is what we get. So like we'll get maximum bending, positive bending moment at x equal to 5 meter. Now mx maximum bending moment like we'll calculate by substituting x equal to 5. So like we'll substitute x equal to 5 in the mx equation. So this is like mx equation 125x minus 12.5x square. So like x you substitute 5, and what value you'll get is 312.5 kilonewton meter. So this is the maximum bending moment that we get. Now we'll calculate negative bending moment, and it will be from 10 meter to 20 meter. So maximum bending moment at any distance x is equal to, now we can calculate it from right to left. Again, if you calculate it from right to left, that time moment will be due to this horizontal force and this vertical reaction, right? So this horizontal thrust and vertical reaction. So now we are assuming this is x distance, so remaining distance will be L minus x, right? So here the bending moment will be this VB multiplied by this distance, which is L minus x, and then this horizontal reaction, that is like this horizontal reaction multiplied by this yx. So yx we already calculated and we know how to calculate, so I'm not going to discuss that. H we are substituted here, then VB already we calculated, that we substituted. L is like 20, and we are calculating at any distance x, so we'll keep the equation in terms of x only. So this is the mx equation for x equal to greater than 10 meter and less than 20 meter. So this equation is between 10 to 20 meter. Now to calculate maximum negative bending moment, again we have to differentiate this equation of mx and we have to equate it to 0. So if you differentiate this mx equation, which is 12.5x square minus 375x plus 2500, then what we'll get is x equal to 15 meter, right? So we'll substitute x equal to 15 and we should get the maximum negative bending moment. So if you substitute that in mx equation, then what we'll get is minus 312.5 kilonewton meter. Then we have to plot bending moment diagram. So again, like if you see this bending moment diagram, so if there is a beam which has like UDL only up to certain span, say a distance, then the bending moment diagram will be parabola up to that point, and then it will be a straight line. So this portion is parabolic portion, so this portion is parabolic portion, and this is straight line, and this is the bending moment. This parabolic arch is arch shape of bending moment is due to the horizontal thrust, which is h into y. So h is constant value and y is parabolic, so this will be h into y. So if you like, then we plot this too, and like we can show this location of maximum bending moment, positive bending moment. It is at a distance 5 meter, and the value is 312.5 kilonewton. At C it is 0, which is at 10 meter, and at 15 meter the maximum bending moment, negative bending moment, is 312.5 kilonewton. That's how we can solve the problem on 2 hinge arches. So in next class we'll be discussing the last topic of the syllabus, that is influence line diagram.